Just-in-time inventory systems have been used by manufacturing organizations for decades to achieve lean production environments. Raw material and components arrive to the manufacturing floor just in time to be used for fabrication or assembly. Some of the benefits are reductions in work-in-process inventory, waste, fewer defects, and fewer resources devoted to inspection. Variation, fewer deviations from optimal processes means fewer problems and delivery times. Lean production is driven by the pull of a customer's order, whether it's a new personal computer or a luxury powerboat. This means materials are introduced only when requested and moved to where it's needed, just as it's needed. But what about lean production and just-in-time inventory philosophies in a service environment, such as a hospital? Are there opportunities for waste and variation reduction there? And what production processes would such a system affect? Let's take a look at how it all works using the ARNOLD PALMER Hospital in Orlando, Florida as our example. Here, the pharmacy relies on the pull of patient drug orders to dispense medications on each floor. A machine at every nursing station, called Pyxis, is stocked with medications needed for each patient. When drugs are taken, the machine tracks what was removed and posts the charge to the patient's bill. The stations are then refilled each evening based on patient demand and prescriptions written by doctors. Another pull solution can be found in the surgical department of the hospital. The hospital performs dozens of surgeries daily. Consider each surgery as a customer order requiring specific materials so the surgery can take place. One of the required items is a custom surgical pack consisting of all the key sterile dressings, gowns, and linens that will be used during the patient's surgery. The hospital requires a different custom pack for each of the 45 different types of surgical procedures it performs, so the components in the pack and the order in which they're packed are critical to successful and timely completion of the surgery. A missing component means a critical delay, with someone phoning from the operating room for a replacement item, and valuable time is spent waiting. If the packs are not assembled in the correct order, time is wasted reorganizing them so they can be positioned before the surgical procedure begins. With extremely limited storage near its operating rooms, the hospital recognized the opportunity to implement a just-in-time pull system for its custom surgical packs. If the supplier could pre-package the specific items needed in the sterile packs and deliver them daily for the procedures scheduled, the hospital could realize significant benefits, both in storage and money. In fact, the hospital's central supply function has realized a drop in average daily inventory from $400,000 to $114,000 since implementing JIT techniques.
In any OR setting, we usually try and make sure that the space that we have allocated is for an OR suite where we actually do the surgical procedure. When we look at the amount of space that we have to put our supplies, it's typically very small, very limited. We always keep anything that we call PRN, which is as necessary, packs on our shelves because those are typically fractured hips, the appendectomies, things that are coming in all the time as emergencies. Those will not be on an elective surgical schedule, so therefore we keep those on the shelf. But otherwise, the JIT packs are taking a look at tomorrow's schedule, seeing what we're going to need, and then ordering just that.
The just-in-time system was created because we wanted to reduce our inventories, keep our levels low, and much like many of the automotive manufacturers are doing today, we wanted to have the parts arrive exactly when we needed them. By doing just-in-time, you save significant inventory costs, carrying costs, and you have the ability to adjust the contents of those packs rather rapidly. This is important the way healthcare changes and physician preferences and needs.
The design of the packs starts with the physicians. A group called the Medical Economics Outcome Committee chooses each and every item with a preferred supplier of that item. The hospital's purchasing organization then procures contracts for the items in the pack along with assembly in the correct order. An outside first-tier supplier for the hospital buys the custom packs on behalf of the hospital from an independent packing company and stores them in its distribution warehouse. It's the packing company's responsibility to obtain the required pack items from Arnold Palmer Hospital's approved vendors, such as paper goods providers. Each day, the hospital prepares a count of each type of surgical procedure and the type of pack needed for each one. The totals, by pack, are electronically sent to the hospital's central supply department each afternoon and then conveyed electronically to the distributor's local clinical supply warehouse. At the warehouse, the pack orders are pulled and placed into totes, then trucked by 4 a.m. to the hospital and sorted for delivery by central supply staff to the surgical suites just in time for use.
If we didn't have the custom pack service in place, we would probably have to resort to having our hallways filled with these boxes of JIT packs. We have literally no extra space to provide storage for anything of this nature. They are bulky, they are big, and I would hate to use an operating room suite for storage, but that might be what we'd have to do if we did not have this luxury.
What Arnold Palmer Hospital has been able to achieve is significant. First, their just-in-time environment has led to waste reduction. They have minimal storage with no excess stored inventory. Second, the precise design on surgical custom packs has led to variability reduction. There's no deviation from the optimum set of materials since they are all assembled to specification. And the pull system means surgical custom packs are not made to stock. They're pulled in each day just as they are needed for scheduled surgeries. Through its use of just-in-time and lean production philosophies, the Arnold Palmer Hospital has improved the quality of its services. They have empowered employees to identify and act on issues that require attention, and have strengthened their focus on creating value for their customers, from the tiniest newborns to the children and mothers receiving care.
We wanted you to see an example of JIT at Arnold Palmer Hospital because most people think of this as a manufacturing technique. And indeed, it is now common to have JIT delivery directly to an assembly line, from boats to cars to air conditioners. But if this JIT system were not in place at Arnold Palmer Hospital, safety stock would cost the hospital hundreds of thousands of dollars per year in storage, obsolescence, and deterioration. JIT also reduces investment in inventory and floor space, as well as multiple handlings while improving quality. A pretty good payoff for the operations manager.